Harry's Burger, they're popping up, aren't they? Yeah, they're popping up everywhere. See, I've never been so glad for cloud in my life, but it's typical Spain. It doesn't last for long. When you're thinking you're maybe just going to get a little bit of rain, it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. There's not been many times that I've thought, do you know what, I could do with some rain this summer. But then again, September's not far away, and I'm sure we'll get plenty of rain in September as normal. So I've came back down to the place I was the other day, just for a little nose actually, because it was such a fantastic beach. And I've got to say, it is nice down here. There was someone in the comments, I forgot your name, I'm sure I'll find the comment again, said that the beach used to be bigger than this. It used to go further out to sea, and the sea has reclaimed a lot of it due to the fact that there's been a change in the coastline. It looks as if it's raining inland away up past Alicante. Way inland. It looks like we're missing it though. I was going to walk along the beachfront, but I'm not sure exactly where you get back in along that way, because it is a lot of the private apartment blocks that are right on the beach. So we'll take a walk back up this way. I knew I should have came out earlier this morning when it was cloudy, because it is a bit cooler and the sun's just came out. It did come out, it was 29 degrees, 27 degrees actually. A whopping 27 degrees, and I was like, oh, this is nice. It was the same yesterday, it was 27 degrees and it was cloudy, and I thought, do you know, that's absolutely just fantastic temperature after the crazy temperatures that we've been having over the last couple of weeks, and how hot it's been so early in the summer. It was good to get a little respite yesterday and this morning. And the good news is, we have our little Spanish gardener, cracking guy. Little Spanish gardener's coming to do our garden tomorrow. So I'm chuffed about that. I am chuffed about that. It's one of those things in Spain. You can phone people, you can text them, and you can get them to come out, and you can book them to do some stuff for you. And you say you're going to pay them. Oh, yeah, pay them. And that's a nice pool. That's a nice pool in there. It's empty though, but it is a nice pool. Maybe I could go back and show you. Obviously doing the pavements here. Yeah, so the let me just see this pool first. What a fantastic pool. Anyway, yeah, so I've booked, we'd asked a couple of gardeners to come and do the work, and they never turn up. And then you get to try and get back in touch with them, and they just blank your calls. And it's like, what's wrong with people? I think it comes worse especially when I had my business back home, and if somebody phones you up or emails you, texts you, whatever, gets in touch anyway, inquires about doing a job for them, you go out and see them, you do the quotation, you agree to do the work, and you go do the work. But here, it's like people pick and choose sometimes when they want to work. You know, they pick and choose, and can't be arsed doing that job. But anyway, I'm glad that we do have a cracking, now you're talking. Get a drink. Bebida con tapa gratis. Hey, that's my language. That is my language. Oh, what a nice bar. There's a woman with a kid coming along, so I'll wait till she's going to sit down. What an absolutely fantastic bar. That is a cracking bar. Right under the apartment blocks, looking onto the sea. God, it'd be worth getting a drink in there later. So yeah. So the good news is we will get the garden done, and then I need to get a hold of Antonio, our little farmer friend with his little tractor, and I'll get him to come in and rotate the land. and then that'll be it. That'll be the garden done for the summer, like a total dry dust thing that it is. But it is good news. And I do always believe in trying to use as many Spanish for doing stuff around the house if I'm needing anything done. Because it's just the way it is, isn't it? It's the way it should be. Anyway, they want VOX wants to get rid of immigrants. How do you feel about that? I've seen in the news headline yesterday, there was a shocking news headline that VOX wanted to get rid of 8 million people out of Spain. I think the current population of Spain is something like 47 million. And if it is 47 million, and they want to get rid of 8 million, that will leave a big blank hole. As long as the majority of them are paying their taxes, it would leave a big black hole in the Exchequer's accounts, wouldn't it? But then again, maybe they want to get rid of the ones that aren't paying taxes, because there is still, that's a lovely restaurant over there, Bella Vista. And maybe there is still a lot of people who aren't through the system and aren't paying taxes and whatever. And yeah, I'm all for it, get rid of them. It's the same in the UK, you know, if they're illegal. If you're illegal anywhere, you shouldn't really be in the country, which, I mean, I could be really controversial, because there's a lot of people I'm seeing that are putting out content creators, YouTubers, especially up in Benidorm, and I'm actually wondering if they're legal, because a lot of them seem to have come to Spain after the Brexit deadline, and we all know how difficult it's been to become a resident in Spain since the Brexit deadline. And the reason I'm talking about that is it's going to be a crazy end to the year for expats here in Spain that did become legal. I wonder if this is open at night. It's a lot better looking than the ones down in Torrevieja, aren't they? This is what Torrevieja needs to do. Put in modern units like this rather than those old wooden shacks. But anyway, back to the people that have the right to stay here in Spain. Your 5 years are up. Yep, ours is up as well. So we need to renew everything. We know the process that we're going to have to go through. I think we can actually do it online. I'm not too sure. We were talking to someone yesterday, and they said there is the possibility that, I think that they're changing it so you can just do everything online. You don't have to give your fingerprint or anything like that. Could you imagine having to do that in the UK? You know, it'd be an uproar. Why do you need my fingerprint? You know, why do you need photographic ID? Why do you need this? I actually think it's a good way of working. But anyway, what a lovely part of the world this is, isn't it? There's police along here, so I'm going to have to put the camera down unless the police decide to bugger off before I get there, because they do not like you filming. And what do they sell? I take it they just I mean, they're not. It's obviously not open during the day. Are they open at night? Doesn't look as if it'd be that busy a place at night, to be honest. Let's sit here and film this just now. The grasslands. The beautiful grasslands. He's going to go down there and turn around, isn't he? I can remember one time during lockdown, there was a roadblock coming in to play a flamenco just outside the Mercadona roundabout, and it was a heavy duty police presence, and they were stopping everyone, and I'm filming myself. I'm not even filming the police, I'm filming myself just talking about it, and this one policeman come over and he's like, delete, and I'm like, well, I'm not even filming you, but I deleted it anyway, because you don't muck about with the guardias, the civil guardia, do you? Las Palmeras. Let's take a walk down here. What a cracking little area this is as well. And the reason I'm talking about that, I see that there was an incident. Should we talk about that? See, there was an incident at Manchester Airport, and it comes down to respect for the. Has the UK? I know the answer to this myself. Has the UK lost all respect for police and authority? There was an incident at Manchester Airport, and the police ended up tasering a few people, and then people were trying to fight with the police, and it just wouldn't happen. It just wouldn't happen in Spain, and maybe that's why I like Spain. I mean, people say it's corrupt. I mean, the Prime Minister, Pedro Sanchez, the European Union is basically saying that Spain is corrupt. A lot of people are saying that the reason that they're stopping getting business contracts is because of corruption in Spain and backhanders to other companies. But that happens everywhere. That's not just Spain. I mean, I know that happens in the UK. I know that happens in other countries. So, is it a case of there is a lack of respect for the police in the UK? Yes, there is. I mean, you can see, you've seen that for years. And does that make Spain a better place because there is a respect for police? Some people might say, well, it's a fear for police. It's a fear for the people are scared of the Guardia Civil because of historical. And I think that Spain's changed a lot over the last 40 years, to say the least. I mean, well, it has. It's a completely different country. I mean, Madrid now is a lot more liberal than it's ever been, for instance. I mean, some of the things that happen in Madrid now would never have happened 40 odd years ago. But it just gets you thinking. I'm seeing a lot of negative news back home in the UK. And, it is crazy. It's mad what's going on. But where does it? How can you rectify it? Who can bring here's a question for you, is who can bring the UK together? Because I don't think that one political party can do it. Is there anything that could? I mean, I know that Spain's fragmented as well. I mean, politics-wise, there's the different parties and there's different factions in Spanish politics, and VOX are to the extreme right, and it happens in every country. But you would think in this age, it seems to be that we're going down a road that is as checkered as this pathway. Although there's symmetry in the pathway, there comes a crossroads. Just in time, there does come a crossroads. And maybe Britain's at a crossroads. Maybe there's just there's the line. There's a line in the sand. Well, it's not. It's marble. Maybe Spain's coming to that. What do you think? That's a weird way that this video's went. Oh, the clouds coming over. Oh no, what if it rains? And I'm out, half an hour from home. It is lovely, this place, isn't it? Cocktail lounge. Cocktails. And there seems to be loads of buses. There's buses coming up and down here all the time. Obviously going from Gran Alicante and then up towards the airport and then Alicante. Anyway, tell me your thoughts in the comments and I'll have a read of them tonight. Karen, God bless her, she answers most of the comments as she's sitting in the house on her laptop. She'll jump onto the comments during her lunch break and things like that. Anyway, hasta luego.